I need to talk about something that's been quietly sabotaging my life for years. It's not a person. It's not a bad habit. It's a feature on my phone that's supposed to help me, but instead, it's become my personal agent of chaos. I'm talking about autocorrect, and I'm not talking about the little mistakes. I'm talking about full-on, life-altering, relationship-threatening autocorrect fails. The kind that make you want to throw your phone into the ocean and move to a cabin in the woods where there's no technology, just you and your shame. Here's my theory. Autocorrect isn't trying to help. It's trying to create drama. It's sitting there, watching me type, thinking, how can I make this innocent message into something that will require at least 3 follow-up texts to explain? And it's really, really good at its job. Let me give you some examples. Actually, let me give you my greatest hits. First, there was the time I was texting my friend about a party. I was supposed to bring chips. Simple, right? I typed, I'll bring the chips. But autocorrect had other plans. It changed it to, I'll bring the chimps. I didn't notice. I just hit send. Because why would I check? It's a text about chips. My friend replied, chimps? Like monkeys? I was like, what? No? Chips? Potato chips. But by then, the group chat had already seen it. Everyone was asking if I was bringing actual chimpanzees to the party. One person asked if they needed to bring bananas. Another asked about permits. I had to send like 5 texts explaining that no, I was not bringing primates to a house party. I was bringing snacks. But the damage was done. For the rest of the night, people kept asking me where my chimps were. I became chimp guy. That's my legacy now. But wait, it gets better. Then there was the work email. This one almost ended my career. I was emailing my boss to reschedule a meeting. Kype. Can we reschedule our meeting? Couch. Correct. Changed it to, can we reschedule our mating? Still not. Notice? I hit send. I went about my day. About an hour later, my boss replied. His email was just 1 sentence. I think you might want to check your last email. My heart dropped. I opened my sent folder. A king. Can we reschedule our mating? I actually made a noise, okay? Like a little gasp-choke combination. I wanted to disappear. I wanted to quit my job and change my name and move to another country. I immediately sent a follow-up email. Sorry, autocorrect meeting, not mating, meeting. I was typing in all caps because I was panicking. My boss replied, I figured, but maybe proofread next time. Maybe? I spent the rest of the day avoiding eye contact with everyone. Every time I saw my boss, I was like, don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. It was awful. But hold on, because this is where it gets really good. I was texting my mom about visiting my grandma who was sick. I wanted to say, I'm going to see grandma tomorrow to cheer her up. Autocorrect changed it to, I'm going to see grandma tomorrow to cheat her up. My mom replied, what does cheat her up mean? I was like, cheer her up. Like, make her happy. But my mom, being my mom, decided this was hilarious. She told my grandma. My grandma thought it was funny too. So now, every time I visit, My grandma says, "Are you here to cheat me up?" And she laughs. Every time. I've created a family joke that will probably outlive me. You think that's bad? Oh, I'm just getting started. I was trying to text my roommate about dinner. I wanted to say, "I'm making pasta. Want some?" Autocorrect changed it to, "I'm making pastor. Want some?" My roommate, who is very religious, replied, "I don't think that's how you make a pastor." I had to explain that, no, I was not attempting to create a religious leader in our kitchen. I was making pasta, carbonara specifically, not clergy. Then there was the time I was texting a girl I was dating. We were making plans for the weekend. Wanted to say, "I'm really excited to see you." Autocorrect changed it to, "I'm really excited to sue you." She replied, "Why would you sue me?" I had to be like, see you, not sue you. I don't want to sue you. I want to see you. But the damage was done. She was like, "That's a weird thing to autocorrect too." And she wasn't wrong. We broke up a week later. I'm not saying it was because of the autocorrect fail, but I'm also not saying it. But here's the worst one. The one that almost caused an international incident. I was texting my friend who was studying abroad in Spain. I wanted to say, "How's the weather there?" Autocorrect changed it to, "How's the weather there?" Now, weather is a word. It means a castrated ram. I didn't know that. My friend, who also didn't know that, Googled it. Then he thought I was asking about castrated rams in Spain. He was confused. He asked his Spanish friends if there was some kind of ram festival happening. They were confused. It became this whole thing. People were trying to figure out why I was asking about castrated animals in Spain. When I finally explained, my friend said, "Dude, you almost started a cultural misunderstanding about sheep." And he wasn't wrong. So here's what I've learned from all of this. Autocorrect is not your friend. It's a chaotic neutral entity that exists to create confusion. And I've developed strategies to survive it. First, I always proofread. Always. Even if I'm just sending a quick text, I read it twice, sometimes 3 times. Because you never know when dinner is going to become sinner or meeting is going to become mating. Second, I've turned off autocorrect for certain contacts. My boss, my mom, anyone I can't afford to have a misunderstanding with. It's not worth the risk. Third, I've accepted that sometimes autocorrect is going to win. Sometimes. It's going to change. I'm running late, too. I'm running latte, and I'm just going to have to live with it. Sometimes, you just have to embrace the chaos. But here's the thing. In a weird way, autocorrect has made me a better communicator because I'm more careful now. I think about what I'm saying. Consider how it could be misinterpreted. I'm more intentional with my words. And also, it's given me some great stories. Like the time I almost brought chimps to a party. Or the time I asked my boss to reschedule our mating. Or the time I threatened to sue a girl I was dating. So am I going to turn off autocorrect completely? Probably not. It's too useful when it actually works. But am I going to trust it? Absolutely not. It's earned that distrust. And if you'll excuse me, I need to go send a text. But first, I'm going to read it approximately 7 times to make sure it says what I want it to say. because you never know when autocorrect is going to strike again, and it's always watching, always waiting, ready to turn your innocent message into something that will require a lot of explaining. A. Imagem mostra o narrador m primero plano.com expresso deponico e vergonha segurando celular q esta condo de suas mas na tela do celular visible m close-up ha uma mensagem go sorry I'm late traffic was whore embez traffic was whore embez dia warble diaphano disfocado ha varias notificaxes de mensagens chegando rapidamente paleta decor predominantemente azul e vera I illuminaca dramatica.com o rosto do narrador iluminado pela luz azulada da tela do celular o estilo o minimalistadoodle.com linhas expressivas que capturam o desespero composuca foca no celular condo e na expresso facial o fido geral no o que fizz